Hey, it's Melissa. Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, 2023, week 14. The Melissa method is my attempt to implement the Can Slim trading methodology developed by William O'Neill. I'm trading in my own retirement account and I don't have any tax implications. It's my video diary sharing my stock journey. Help me celebrate my successes and learn from my mistakes, but this is not an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I bought or to buy stocks in general. According to the IBD at investors.com, the market is in a confirmed uptrend. The NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange are both showing more new lows than new highs, which is not positive. And the Steve Sweats window of opportunity is still open. The S&P 500 was down 0.1% for the week, so basically flat. And it did close above my yellow line and above the 8-day simple moving average. The NASDAQ composite was down 1.1% for the week. It is also holding its 8-day simple moving average, and it did close at the top of the range on Thursday. It was a short trading week because it was closed on Friday for Good Friday. I did sell a couple stocks this week. DXCM, I sold my B1 in that. I had a loss of $356. And Arista Networks, I sold my B3 and had a gain of $360. So on my sells, I made $4 in the week. DXCM, stock symbol DXCM. I held DXCM for 2 weeks and 4 days and it was down 3.6%. So I did take a loss in that when it sold on Thursday. I'm currently holding Apple, Arista Networks, CBAY, FTNT, NVDA, and Stryker. FTNT Inc., stock symbol FTNT. It was down 1.4% for the week. I did leave my floor at my 4% loss, and I do have open orders for a B2 and a B3 should it go up. I've held FTNT for 1 week and 1 day, and I'm down 0.6%. CBAY Therapeutics, stock symbol CBAY. I'm still waiting for CBAY to take off. It was up about 0.5% for the week, and I don't have any open orders on this. I'm just going to have a B1. I've held it for the 2 weeks and 3 days, and it's down 2.3%. Stryker Corp, stock symbol SYK. I have 2 buys in Stryker. I've held it, my B1 for 2 weeks and 4 days, and I'm up 3.8%. And my B2 I've held for a week and a day, and I'm up 1.3%. Stryker was up 0.8% for the week, and I did raise my B1 floor up to the 50-day simple moving average. That's where that dashed yellow line is, and the red diagonal line is that 50-day simple moving average. My B2 floor, I moved to the diagonal blue line, the 31-day exponential moving average. And I do have an open order to buy a B3 should this go up. Apple Inc., stock symbol AAPL. Apple was down 0.15% for the week, and I did raise my floor on Apple. My B1 I put at the 31-day exponential moving average, and my B2 and B3 I put at the 16-day simple moving average. I have 3 buys in Apple. My B1 I've held for 2 weeks and 4 days, and it's up 4.3%. My B2 I've held for 2 weeks and 3 days, and it's up 2%. And my B3 I've held for 1 week, and it's down 0.4%. NVIDIA Corp, stock symbol NVDA. NVIDIA was down 2.7% for the week. I have 3 buys. My B1 I've held for 3 weeks and 2 days. I've actually held all of them, all my buys. They triggered on the same day. My B1 I have an 11.2% gain. My B2 I have an 8.5% gain. And my B3 I have a 5.9% gain. And I did raise my floor up to my 31-day exponential moving average for my B1. My B2, I put it at a 2.5% gain, and my B3, I left the floor where it was last week, which was last week's 16-day simple moving average, but I didn't want to move it up that high this week. Arista Networks, stock symbol ANET. Arista Networks had an awful week. It was down 4.8%. I did raise my B1 floor to the 31-day exponential moving average, and I left my B2 floor at a 10% gain. My B3 triggered a sell, and I got out of my B3 with a 9% gain. So I still have 2 buys in Arista Networks. My B1 I've held for 5 weeks and a day, and I'm up 14.7%. And my B2 I've held for 5 weeks and I'm up 12.3%. I look at the weekly percentage change of all my stocks and compare it to NASDAQ and the S&P 500. I sort with the lowest value on the top, so ANET had the biggest loss this week with 4.8%, and at the bottom, Stryker had the biggest gain with 0.8%. I want my stocks to be beating the S&P 500 and NASDAQ this week, and the only ones that beat both were CBAY Technologies and Stryker, and then Apple beat the NASDAQ, but not the S&P 500. Current holding bar chart shows one bar for each week or portion of a week that I've held a stock, and they each get their own color. The dashed black line is the $10,000 B1 purchase amount, and then the yellow line at 9,200 is my maximum 8% floor, and the profit target is at 12,500. That'd be a 25% gain. So over on the left, Apple held steady this week, which is nice. Arista Networks lost 3 weeks worth of its value, which is not good. And NVDA also dropped down. It lost all its value from last week. The only two that are still slightly losers are in the middle there in the pink, CBAY, and Fortinet in the blue. The industry breakdown shows I'm still most heavily invested in medical stocks, followed by chips. And the numbers on those show how many purchases I have, if I have a B1 or 2 or 3. NVIDIA and Apple are the only stocks that I have 3 buys in right now. Looking at the weekly change, the S&P 500 was down 0.1%. Year to date, it's up 6.9%. The NASDAQ was down 1.1% for the week. Year to date, it's up 15.5%. And the Melissa method was down 1.8% this week. And year to date, I'm up 12%. I have 96,642 in stocks, or 86% invested. So after 14 weeks, the Melissa method has grown to $112,002. The NASDAQ in the blue, the light blue, has grown to $115,492. And lagging is the S&P 500. It's grown to $106,915. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel, The Melissa Method. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.